Welcome back, NBA fantasy basketball fans. This is NBA Fantasy Focus, recapping Monday's action with 11 games on the slate. Let's get it cracking with the Pacers visiting the Orlando Magic. And we have the Pacers side of things first. Tyrese Halliburton, 19 points, 9 boards, 10 assists, a steal, and 4 threes. Nice game from Halliburton, and people were looking for that. Steel's still a little bit low, but other than that, he is doing pretty good considering his start. Pascal Siakam, 26 points, 9 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 threes. This man is a stuffer of stats. And for the rest of the Pacers, not that great for Miles Turner, 13 and 5. Nembhard, okay, 13.7 assists. And Nesmith, 10 and 4, not too much. Now let's take a look at the Magic side of things. They were led by Paolo Banchero, who had 50 burger, 30 points, 9 assists, just missed a triple-double, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 3 threes, great shooting, just a monster night, probably the line of the year so far. Jalen Suggs, he joined the gang, and Jalen Suggs at 25 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 6 3-pointers. Man, he is looking like a great value pick. Franz Wagner left the game in the second half. He had an illness, only had 7 points. And Wendell Carter pitched in with a double-double. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope didn't do too much. So we will move along to the next. Next up, we have the Wizards in Atlanta. Wizards were undefeated, or winless, I should say, and they come out with their victory of the season. They win at 121-119. Big game by Kyle Kuzma, 27 points, 11 boards, 7 assists, 5 triples from Kyle Kuzma. A wonderful performance by him. As for Jordan Poole, solid game once again, 6 trays, 26 points, 5 assists, and he's just balling. Rookie Alexar, solid game, I guess. The shooting was poor, but 7 and 9, 2 steals, a block, and a tray. Jonas Valanciunas started this game, only had 7 points and 9 rebounds, 4 assists in 22 minutes. Bilal Coulibaly, looking like a solid late-round pick, 17 points, 3 and 2 with a tray. And let's take a look at the ATL side of things. And they were led by, of course, Trae Young. He had 14 points, really bad shooting. Did have 13 assists, 8 rebounds, which is great for Trae. 1 steal, 1 block, 2 threes. He missed, I believe, his last 8 or 9 3-pointers in a row. He hit his first 2. And Jalen Johnson, monster game. 29 points, 12 boards, 7 assists, 1 steal, and 1 3 for Jalen Johnson. Big game. He's off to a slow start, so this will help things. We had Dyson Daniels, had 11 points, 2 threes, 3 steals. Capella had 16 points, 4 rebounds. And Onyeka Okongwu missed this game. Rookie Zachary Risachet, not the best shooting, 2 steals, 2 blocks. And we will move along to the next game. Okay, next we have the Detroit Pistons visiting the Miami Heat. Pistons take this one, 106-98. As for the Pistons side of things, they were led by, you guessed it, Cade Cunningham, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, a block, 4 threes, solid shooting for Cade. He did not have the most amount of help here. Timmy Hardaway was the second leading scorer for the team. 20 points, 3 trays, not much else. Ivy was solid, 18 points, 4 and 2. 5 trays was really solid to see from him. And Jalen Dern, double-double with 3 blocks. The blocks are nice to see. Tobias Harris, 19 and 10. Not too bad for him considering his start. Let's take a look at the Miami Heat. They were led by Bam Adebayo. He did his thing. Big night for Bam. And he had only 12 points on 9 shots, but he had 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Big night, Bam. I have him in one league, so I'm happy to see that. Free throw shooting was not the best, but who really cares? Tyler Hero had 19, 6 and 4, 3 trays. Terry Rozier, another solid game, 20 points, 5 and 3, 5 3-pointers. And Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, what did Jimmy do? Well, Jimmy had 23. Great shooting, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 steals from Jimmy Butler. Solid performance. And for the rest of the Miami Heat, we had Jovic with 16 and 4. Not that great. He's more of a streaming option, I would say. And let's take a look at the next affair. Next up, we have Denver visiting the Toronto Raptors. This game went to overtime. Scotty Barnes ended up getting injured in this ball game. And let's take a look at the Denver side of things. Nikola Jokic, the Joker, 40 points, wonderful shooting, 10 rebounds, only 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 3 threes. The threes are going up this year from Jokic, which is nice to see, but the assists are a little bit low because his teammates aren't pulling up their end of the bargain for the most part. But Aaron Gordon did his thing, 16 points on only 8 shots, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, a block, and 2 3-pointers. So a big night from AG. And solid game from Jamal Murray, minus the shooting, 17, 9 and 7. Porter Jr., 13 and 9. And Christian Braun was solid as well, 17, 4 and 2, steal, block, and a tray. And heavy minutes from the Nuggets in this one. Let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors. They were led by Scotty Barnes, who left the game after getting hit in the face from Nikola Jokic. 21 points for Scotty, 12 boards, 9 assists, just missed his triple-double, 5 big swipes, a block, and a 3. Interesting to see what will happen with Scotty, if he will be playing his next game or not. Big game from Jakob Poeltl. 16 points, 19 rebounds. Wow. Davion Mitchell was solid, 16 and 6, 3 trays. He was filling in for Emmanuel Quickly. RJ Barrett returned. He had 20 points, couple of trays, 5 and 3. And Grady Dick, 15 and 4, couple of trays. And Nuggets get their first victory. Toronto falls to a 1 and 2. Let's take. Okay. Primetime game was Milwaukee visiting Boston. We had Boston winning once again. They had 119, Milwaukee 108. Milwaukee, they just didn't have the firepower to stay up with these Celtics. 3-point shooting. Giannis, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Did his thing. Good shooting from the field, poor shooting from the line. Damian Lillard, 33 points, 17 of 18 from the line. Gotta love that. 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and 2 threes from Damian Lillard. He is looking like he is bouncing back after last year's somewhat disappointing performance. Brook Lopez, 13 and 6, 4 blocks. Gary Trent, 10 and 3, 2 trays, and Taurean Prince, a whole lot of nothing. So let's move along to the Celtics side of things. And for once, they were not led by Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown did his thing, 30 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a great shooting from Jaylen. Drew Holiday, a solid game for Drew, 21, 7 of 12 shooting, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 threes from Drew. Tatum, poor shooting, 15 and 8, 4 assists. Only 1 3 from him. Derek White, 13 and 8, 3 trays, steal, and a block. Horford, the old man, 10 and 5, 2 trays, 2 blocks. Celtics move to 4 and 0, and Milwaukee is struggling. They are 1 and 3. So let's move along to the next game on the docket. Okay, we have Cleveland visiting the New York Knicks. Cleveland comes in takes the victory 110-104. Big game from Darius Garland. Darius had 34 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 5 3-pointers. Huge game from Darius Garland. Donovan Mitchell chips in 24 points, great shooting, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 3-pointers from Spider Mitchell. Mobley, 17 and 8, 3 blocks. Jared Allen, double-double, 15-15. And Dean Wade, not too much, but let's take a look at the New York side of things. Jalen Brunson did his thing, not his usual dominant self, but 21 points, really poor shooting, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, no threes, no steals, no blocks. And Karl-Anthony Towns only took 8 shots. Surprises me. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 3. Not the best game from Karl-Anthony Towns there. Mikal Bridges, a solid 19 and 6, 2 steals, a tray, a block. OG, 15 and 2 and 2. And Josh Hart, nice game, double-double, 16 and 13 with 2 3-pointers. And let's move along to the next game. Okay, Houston visiting the San Antonio Spurs. Houston takes this after a late charge by the Spurs. Jalen Green, huge game, great shooting, 36 points, 7 3-pointers. Just a monster night from him. Alperen Şengün, he struggled. Took 5 of 14 shots, 12 and 12, 5 assists, a solid, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 3. And it was just more of a matchup issue for him. Houston went small. Jabari Smith, 17 and 8, 2 threes. Fred VanVleet, 11 and 9, 3 trays. Poor shooting, but that's what comes with Fred VanVleet. Dylan Brooks was Dylan Brooks, and solid game from Tari Eason. As for the Spurs side, they were led by Jeremy Sohan. Wow, 22 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, a block. He's off to a very good start. I'm not sure I'm a full believer, but props to those who took him late. Victor Wembanyama did not exactly shoot the greatest, but hey, 14 points, 20 huge rebounds, 5 assists, 4 huge blocks, a 3, and fantasy owners loving that. And we had Chris Paul with a solid night, 16 and 3 trays, probably his best night of the season. Harrison Barnes did a whole lot of nothing. Champagny didn't do much. 5 and 5. I would probably keep him if you're streaming him and see what happens later on. Let's take a look at the next game. And next up, we have Chicago visiting the Memphis Grizzlies. Chicago takes this one. Ja Morant did not play for Memphis, and Zach LaVine for the Bulls had 30 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 5 3-pointers, wonderful shooting. Zach LaVine balled out. Nikola Vucevic, 22 and 7, 5 assists, 1 block, 4 threes. Great production from the center, Nikola Vucevic. Josh Giddey, big game, 12, 13 and 8, 2 trays. Kobe White, 20 points, 5 and 2, 5 threes. He is up and down, but when he's on, he is on. And let's take a look at the Grizz. Well, as I mentioned, no Ja Morant, but Desmond Bane had a big one, 30 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 huge 3-pointers. Jaren Jackson, he is back after his injury issues, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 blocks, and 1 tray from Jaren. As for the rest of the Grizz, Santi Aldama, wow, nice big game again from Santi, 11, 13, and 7. How's this guy getting 7 assists? Zaki, disappointing performance, only played 14 minutes, has only played over 20 minutes one time this year. And Marcus Smart, of 11 shooting, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, kind of saves the night. But overall, yuck. Let's move along to the next. Okay, we have Utah visiting Dallas. Dallas takes this one, 110-102. Utah was led by Colin Sexton, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 2 threes. Great shooting from Colin Sexton, 9 of 11. Sean Collins, he stepped up with the injury, and he had 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 trays. Ugly injury there to Taylor Hendricks. I suggest not watching it. Walker Kessler had 12 and 11, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Keontae George, 17, 5 and 5. Poor shooting. And Laurie had 17 and 9, 3 trays. Poor shooting from Laurie Markkinen. As for Dallas, they were led by Luka Doncic. Yep. Luka, poor shooting, but had 15 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, a block, 1 3. Probably Luka's worst game you will see this year. PJ Washington, Paul Washington Jr. stepped up, 12 points. He had 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks. Big game from Paul Washington Jr. Daniel Gafford, 9 and 7, and only 20 minutes. Disappointing. Kyrie Irving, 23, 9 and 6, 3 trays. Great shooting, stealing a block. Clay, 18 points, 4 trays, 4 and 2. Wonderful performance for Clay. Derek Lively, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 blocks, and a wonderful shooting from D. Lively. And let's move along to the next game. We have the Lake Show visiting Phoenix. Phoenix takes this one. Lakers a drop to 3 and 1. Phoenix 109. Lakers 105. Both teams are now 3 and 1. And Anthony Davis, big game, 29 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Wonderful shooting. I feel like Anthony Davis has not had a poor game yet. LeBron James was not his best. Poor shooting, but still had 11 points, 8 and 5, 2 threes. D'Angelo Russell had 14 and 8. Big game by Rui, 20 points, 10 rebounds. And Austin Reeves, another big game, 23 and 8, 3 dimes, 2 steals, 5 trays. Wonderful outing there. As for the Phoenix Suns side of things, KD, the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Durant, 30 points, didn't want to short him there. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and 2 threes. Just a monster night. And he was matched by Devin Booker, 33, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 3 threes. Big game from Devin Booker. And Brad Beal pitched in. He came back from his injury, 15, 4 and 3. And Nurkic had a big-time stinker. Tyus Jones, 7 and 6 with 5, 3 steals. And we move along. Okay, the last game on the slate was Portland visiting Sacramento. Sacramento takes this one, 111-98. And for Portland, we had DeAndre Ayton, 20 and 11. Great shooting, no steals, no blocks. Anthony Simons, poor game. Danny Avdija didn't do too much. Jeremy Grant back to reality a little bit, 7 and 8, 3 of 12 shooting. Just a all-around stinker for the Trail Blazers. Scoot was okay. As for Sacramento, they were led by D. Fox, 24.6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 trays. Domantas Sabonis, 16 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, a tray. Beast-like numbers from Domantas. And we had DeMar DeRozan, 24, 4 and 3, 3 steals. Splendid numbers from the field and from the free throw line. Kevin Huerter, where did this guy come from? 18 points, 4 and 1, 4 trays, 3 blocks. What the heck? Keegan Murray, bit of a stinker, 6 and 8, 2 dimes, no trays, no steals, no blocks. And that will finish it up for our 11-game jam-packed recap for Monday, October 28th. 11-game, as I said, recap. Hope you liked it. And if you did find it of value, please give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Please consider subscribing. And we will see you guys next time on NBA Fantasy Focus.